You already know who it is. It's your man, AJ, the host. We're live here at AGAME on a Saturday morning. All day, you already know what it is. And right now, I got the legendary Philly's on, the dawn of the city, my guy, Mr. MARC JACKSON. What up, my guy? How you feeling, baby?
Outstanding, brother. Thank you for the intro. Thank you for the intro.
Oh, listen, you know it, bro. Listen, you know, we talked last time.
Yeah.
We had a lot to say. Some of the parents, they start cowering down. Listen, Mark, you didn't hold back last time. I was like, Mark, you wasn't supposed to tell them all that.
Yeah, brother.
But we're back. Mark, I want to get straight to it, bro, because you're a legend, you know, and I think people need to know that. But for the people that don't know you, don't know your story, let's talk about you were born in Philly. Philly raised you.
Yeah.
Talk about growing up in Philly as a hooper and how that transformed you, who you are today.
Well, you know, before hooping, it helped form me as a man.
Right.
Unfortunately, like, you know, in our community, a lot of times when people, the elders of your community said you're an old soul.
Yes.
Which means you're very mature for your age.
Yeah.
And that used to be a sign of endearment. But what I've learned as I gotten older through learning and educating myself is that's not a positive thing. Let me tell you why.
Ooh.
A lot of people, a lot of kids, these youth that they say you have an old soul, that means you was forced to grow up before your time.
Gotcha.
That means you had to mature before your age allowed you to. That means you took away from your childhood. So I was an old soul because I had to take care of myself since the age of 8. And that's what made me that. But as a hooper, listen, I can't take nothing away from Philly. Philly's my home. I love my home.
Right.
I give myself to my home, not just from television, but just mentoring these youth and just, you know, just understanding, because without the game of basketball, I wouldn't be in the position I am. And that's why I give it so much knowledge and so much time to the youth.
I want to talk about your upbringing a little bit. You're saying that you had to pretty much take care.
Absolutely.
Talk about that. So the mom and dad were not in the home. How did that work for you?
Well, you know, for me, unfortunately, I was an environment of poverty.
Gotcha.
I grew up in a drug-infested home. I had no heat, no running water.
Wow.
A crack house because my mother, unfortunately, was doing the evil. Didn't have a father, so I was forced in the streets. I was forced to just find my way in the streets, but I didn't succumb to the negative. I looked at the negative that was in my surroundings.
Hold up right there,
Go ahead,
Mark.
say it again.
You said you didn't succumb to the negative.
No, sir.
I don't think I think people are kind of overlooking that because it's easy to succumb to it.
Absolutely.
How did you not succumb to all of the negativity that was around you, bro?
Because for me, when I look at the negativity, I see what it did to my community.
Got you.
So I know I didn't want to be a victim of my community. So when I seen the people on the street, on the corner slinging, I said, that's not for me. When I seen the people using, I said, that's not for me. When I seen the people consuming so much alcohol, that's not for me. And that's taught me to the fact that I am in my 40s and I still have never drank or never smoked anything in my life.
Wow.
And I've seen what it did to my family and my community. So it helped me. And I think a lot of times as youth, it's hard for them to navigate those waters.
Yes.
Sometimes they become victim to their community, the negative in the community, and they forced to be a product of the environment. I do not let my product determine my vulnerability and where I'm going to be in life.
Awesome, awesome. Mark, I want to say, first of all, how did the game of basketball, because it does a lot for youth, and people don't know it's not just about the basketball bouncing, but how did the game in its entirety mold you into who you are today?
Great question. So when I looked at the game of basketball, I looked at the game of basketball not just to make money. Which
Yes.
it allowed me to make millions, and I'm proud and I love the fact that it did.
Gotcha.
But it allowed me to travel the world.
Ooh.
And when you're from North Philadelphia, a lot of our kids don't get out of the community, don't get out of the city, don't get out of the state. So for me, I learned at a young age, I could travel the world. So I've lived in many countries. I've lived in Spain. I've lived in Italy. I've lived in Greece. I've lived in Morocco.
Wow.
I lived in Russia because I love to travel and I love culture. I speak languages. I put myself in an environment around others that speak languages because I think that's a lot of times the only, I'm gonna drop some facts here.
Yes, okay.
The only people that speak one language in the world are Americans.
Hold up, wait a minute.
You heard me.
Time out.
You heard me.
Wait a minute.
The only people around the world that speak one language are Americans. No other country, they were raised to speak one language. They speak multiple languages. We're the only country in the world that kids grow up speaking one languages.
So you had to go in another country,
yes,
learn another
many
language,
countries.
learn another style of
Yes,
of culture, life, everything.
Absolutely.
Mark, that's amazing to me,
Yeah.
you know, especially from your
Absolutely.
upbringing to go somewhere and learn a whole nother language, a whole nother culture, adapt to it,
Absolutely.
and still thrive because a lot of people
There you
succumb.
go.
You thrived in that situation, brother.
And here it is. So like when I did take myself to these other countries, for me, I didn't go searching for the Americans in those cities. I went
Okay.
to live in the other cultures.
Wow.
So I immersed myself with the people of the community of their culture.
Why did you
so I
do
could
that,
learn it.
Mark?
Because my grandfather gave me the best piece of advice. My grandfather said, get lost. Now, my whole family, no one ever traveled outside America except for my grandmother.
Say,
He's a
get
war
lost?
Get lost. Let me explain that. Because my grandfather was a war veteran. So he's been all over the world. So he was the only one in my family who's been across the water and said, when you go over there, get lost. And I said, what do you mean? He said, just get lost. Go down a different street, drive down a different road. And when I did that, it allowed me to get lost. So when I went to the other countries, I didn't live with the other Americans. I wanted to live with the people of the culture.
Wow.
And that allowed me to immerse myself in those different communities, but allowed me to take in all the different cultures that was available.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, Mark, I got to ask you, were you, in your mind, always a pro? Were you really good early? Were you a late bloomer? Talk about your basketball career.
Yes.
How did it, were you just nice the whole time? What was it, bro?
So, I grew up with so many, in the town of Philadelphia. So when I grew up, it wasn't just me. It was Rasheed Wallace. It was Jason Loss. It was Alvin
Oh,
Williams.
Rasheed was with you?
Yeah, we same year. Rasheed. So I grew up with a bunch of guys that went on to play Division I basketball, went on to play pro. Our workouts, Katina Mobley. We had an environment of ballers, but I was the weakest one of the link.
Okay, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to know, Mark. I didn't know that.
Yes, I was the weakest one of the link. I was the worst one of all. I was late. I was late to the game. A lot of my comrades played at a younger age. I was a late bloomer.
You was a late bloomer. See, people need to know that.
So
there's still an opportunity.
Yep. So I got a theory on that when it comes to mentoring these kids.
Yes.
Some of the youth look at the guys next to them and say, wow, this kid's incredible. This kid could do this. And I look at him, I said, don't judge
That's
yourself
what I wanted to know.
to that kid. Why? Because if you put the time, you put the work in, it's like popcorn. Everyone pops but at different times. Repeat. Everyone pops but at different times. You gotta look at stuff like popcorn.
Did you hear that? Mark, could you say that one more time?
Everyone will pop, but everybody will pop at different times, like popcorn. You can't compare yourself to the person next to you. You got to look in the mirror and compare yourself to you the way you were the day before. Did you work hard enough? Are you really putting the effort in to be better today than you was yesterday? That's all you need. The competition is within you. So I was a late bloomer, but I became so addicted to the game of basketball that basketball was life for me. And at that point, when I realized at a young age I can travel the world, I can make money while traveling the world, and I can see many people, that took me off, and that's all I did.
And Mark, I want to jump onto that because I see a lot of the youth today, and I'll ask you if you see it as well. Sometimes when kids see other people better than them, they kind of shell down. They don't want to be a part of that. You were a part of Rasheed and them, and I know how good they were, and you still was like, I'm going to outwork these guys, and I'm going to do the same thing and get better.
Exactly, and I think that's a product.
What is that?
When you're the best player in your gym, that's a problem.
Ooh.
When you're the best player in your gym, that's a problem.
Preach!
So when you in your gym and you going by, you coaching, you killing anybody in the gym, you need to find a new gym.
Yes.
And a lot of times, I'm about to say something, a lot of times that might mean you have to go find a place where older kids are at. Don't go to the gym with
Mark,
the younger
they don't
kids.
Want you get
they
in
ain't
their
ready
business.
for that.
They
ain't ready for that.
Don't say that, Mark. Don't say they got to go play older.
I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to repeat it. Come at me if you want.
Yeah,
if you're the best player in your gym.
I was trying to call
If you're the best player in your gym.
No, Mark, don't say it.
And you stay in that gym, it's going to stagnate your growth.
Ooh.
Go find another gym. That means you might be the youngest one in your gym.
Ooh.
So if you're the youngest one in your gym, you will get better than being the oldest one in your gym, killing younger kids. Facts, I said it.
I tried to stop him, ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all know me. I take the truth. I'm a truth teller. I'm a truth teller. Ain't no holding me. It's facts.
I tried to stop him, ladies and gentlemen, but the truth comes out when Mark hits the stage. Brother, who you got here today? You got teams here? What's going on?
My team, I got my two teams here. I got Team Jacko. I got 8th and 7th grade here. Team Jacko been going strong since the day I retired in 2010. I've had my nonprofit program since then. I had started in Tampa, Florida.
Gotcha.
When I retired, lived in Tampa. When I moved to Philly, I started here. So Team Jacko. And my oldest crop of kids now are now freshmen in college now.
Okay,
and they're
dope.
still doing things. So for me, it's about giving back because this is this is my drug.
Yeah. Oh.
Being in the gym with the kids, being in the gym with the youth.
This is your high?
I don't sugarcoat nothing. So
yes.
I have 3 sons, as you know. So I'm on them just like I'm on the next cow. My thing is about developing these kids. It's not about winning these games. No one will remember a 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade game, a 6th, or 7th, or 8th grade. Nobody remember the score of that game. How do you carry on to high school and create a legacy so you can get a free education is what matters. So all these teams out here winning these trophies, oh, we number 1. Don't come at me with that, because nobody remember half those kids.
I tried to stop them.
You can't muzzle it.
I can't muzzle it.
Can't muzzle it.
The real is coming out.
It's a fact.
Listen, Mark, I always appreciate you stopping by. Listen, why do you always bring your program here to this spectacle, which is A-Game, bro?
First of all, my family, Carl
Yes.
Carl Hines is my family, man. He always goes on since I moved back to Philly from Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
And before then, I was bringing my teams from Tampa, Florida to Carl's events in Philadelphia.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
You were bringing kids from Tampa, Florida to Pennsylvania
Yes.
to play in this event.
Yes. When I retired from the NBA and I retired in Tampa, I was bringing my Tampa, Florida teams to PA, to Lancaster to play in Carl's events, which is called the A-Game Shootout. I brought them here, and I'm not going to stop Tristan. Why? Because Carl's, first of all, Carl's a brother. Carl's a good dude.
Yes.
His A-game is on a whole nother level than it was 10
none.
years ago, and I'm so proud of what he's building. A lot of people out here money grabs.
Yes.
Carl puts on a great product, a great event with levels for all different levels. And if you come here to make my title, it's about having fun and getting experience.
Yes, man. Listen, bro, I appreciate you again.
Always.
My brother, continue your growth, man. Continue what you do in the community.
Thank you very much.
Continue just being you. Don't never, like you say, don't never muzzle, and I know you never will, bro. Yes, sir. My guy, you already know who it is, AJ the host. My guy, Mark, and we
Appreciate you, brother.